This tribe showers with cow pee, covers their bodies in ashes and feces. It's a tribe that blows into the cow's bottom to make them produce more milk. This is the Mundari tribe in South Sudan, and here, cows are everything. They're so important to them. There's even an initiation where boys receive cuts to the forehead, resulting in scars that resemble the horns of the cow. These cows are so valuable to the Mundari because they can sell them, use them to get married, and feed the entire tribe with meat, urine, and milk. Every day they wash their faces and their hair with cow pee. They believe that showering with pee helps cure skin diseases, but it's also what gives them their signature look. The ammonia in the pee dyes their hair orange, and it's a cleaning method only reserved for the males. But here's the crazy thing. You might think bathing with pee would stink and leave you smelling horrendous, but the pee of these cows are actually odorless. Twice a day they massage the cows with a mix of ashes and cow dung to protect them from parasites, even using the same mixture to cover their bodies as sunscreen and insect repellent. When the cow doesn't produce any milk, the boys blow into the cow's bottom to force milk to come out. And because these cows are so valuable to them,
by order of the Peaky Blinders, this is Bushmills Prohibition Recipe Irish Whiskey.
they sleep right next to their favorite ones to keep an eye on them, which is why the Mundari are always armed with machine guns, not to protect themselves, but to protect their cattle from thieves. Selling one of these cows can go for anywhere between $500 to $700 US. So when it comes to protecting their cattle, they'll do whatever it takes. They see them as their money, as their own children. In fact, they'll name their cattle before they name their own kids. When a child becomes an adult, they adopt the name of their favorite cow. One of the hardest parts about living in the cattle camps of the Mundari is the constant smoke that fills the air. The thing is, it's not simply smoke from burned wood, but from cow dung, which is super harmful for the eyes, the lungs, basically the entire body. But it's being covered in ash and showering in cow pee that makes you a true Mundari. It's part of their identity. It's who they are. The relationship the Mundari have with the Watusi cows is stronger than their relationship to any human. It's also a culture that's slowly starting to fade out of our world. For the most part, this tribe was hidden in the African bush, allowing their way of life to be largely untouched. The rise of tribal wars and conflict around South Sudan are creating desperate times for them. South Sudan is the youngest country, and it's also the most fragile. After decades of civil war, the land has become flooded with lethal hazards. The war has isolated the Mundari as they can no longer
Shalom, shalom, call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praises to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. And in this video, I want to touch on the fact that you so-called Negroes or blacks in America, you Haitians, you Jamaicans, West Indies, you are not African, okay? You are not African. You are the Israelites of the Bible, the Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Scriptures, and the Africans are the Hamites, okay? The Africans are the Hamites. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord Yahawah doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. So the Lord said He put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. And this is what these Egyptians do. They're taking cow piss showers. Okay, they drinking cow piss and they're eating cow shit. They worship these cows. Okay, so like they worship these cows. All right, it's like a god that they serve. Okay, and it's pretty much it's pretty much all about their whole livelihood. Okay, but the Lord commanded us not to do this, not to be like this, not to live like this. We are not the same people. Okay, the white man told us that we're African and American, which we're neither. We're not African nor American. We come from Jerusalem. Okay, we come from Jerusalem. We are the children of Israel. Okay, the children of Israel, the Holy Bible. There's a difference between us and the Africans. And you see here how you said in the video how they have that hair, that orange colored hair, that comes from the, bacteria in the cow piss that they shower in. Okay, Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that how Yahawah doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. The Lord has put a difference between us and these other nations, man. These heathen nations. These Egyptians, these Hamites, really, they come from the land of Ham. Okay, when you go into the definition of Ham, it says Ham, the youngest son of Noah, the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. You had Nelson Mandela when he made a speech about his people over here in America. He said, I speak for my people, not the Negroes. So these Africans, they well understand that we are not the same people. And you see the differences. Okay, you see our differences. Face structure. They're like a dark, charcoal, brown, or damn near black, really. But they ain't no people that's black, but they're like a dark brown. And you see Jake, we have more like of a golden, bronzes, brown to our skin complexion, and all different shades. Okay, and we come in all different looks now. But ultimately the Lord put a difference between us and these Egyptians. Now you have our people, Israelites, over there among the Egyptians. You have Israelites in Ghana. Jake is scattered all over the earth, but even in Africa too. Okay, and we're gonna have our people that come out of Africa, okay, and get the true understanding of who they are. But for the most part, we are not Africans, man. All right, it says, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, and the Canaanites. Okay, so the Egyptians, so you niggas that think you Egyptian, you're not Egyptian, man. The Egyptians had us in slavery. Let me grab that. The Egyptians had us in slavery, okay? And they were, abusing us, okay, in captivity. That's ultimately how those pyramids got made. Okay, those pyramids that Jacob would go and, tattoo on their body, thinking that they an Egyptian. Okay, that's, when we was in Egypt, we were in slavery. Let's grab it. Exodus chapter 1, let's go to verse 7. It says, and the children of Israel were abundantly fruitful and multiplied abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. So we were, prospering. Why? Because we were in captivity over there, and sex is a stress reliever. So no matter how much they put hell upon us, we kept multiplying. Okay, Jake is very fruitful. It says, now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. Joseph was an Israelite, but this new king, which was a Hamite, he didn't know Joseph. Okay, and he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. So they're making a difference right here. These are Egyptians, Africans, making a difference between us and them. They said the people of Israel are more and mightier than we. Just because we may have the same, dark skin or similar dark skin, doesn't mean we're the same people. Okay, we are different people. Just like you have the Chinese and the Japanese are two different people, but they look alike. Though they somewhat look alike, they're two different people. And if you call a Japanese man Chinese or a Chinese man Japanese, they'll get upset. Okay, It says, he said unto his people, so this, this new king said unto his people, his own people, just like how the Lord said that he's come for his people, this Egyptian was talking to his people. And then when the Lord went before Pharaoh, he said that the God of Israel said, let his people go, let my people go. Okay. So the God of Israel is the God of the Israelites, and Pharaoh was a Hamite. It says, and he said unto to like are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us. So get them up out of the land. And that's what these Egyptians did. They got us up out the land because they was afraid that we were going to multiply and ultimately take them over. We was already, growing in mass number. They don't want us to take over their land. So they had came up with plans, came up with plans to destroy us. It says, come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass when they falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies. Okay, because why? They were enslaving us. So if a war did came in and then they came to get, if they got, attacked, obviously your slaves are going to fight against you too, because they want to get out of slavery. It says, verse 11, therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. Okay, and you watch the movie. It's it's whitewashed, but Egypt gods or something about gods versus kings or something like that. That Egypt movie. In the beginning, it shows you Israelites. Was supposed to be Israelites working in slavery to build those pyramids. Now the Edomites nowadays, they'll tell you, oh, we don't know how those pyramids were built. The technology is too magnificent. We can't redo it. Well, no, it was built by the Israelites, man. Okay, in hardcore bondage, rigorous slavery. Okay, we had a Hamite foot in our neck. Okay, a Hamite foot in our neck while we was making those pyramids, man. Okay, and these were the people that did it to us. Motherfuckers taking cow piss and bathing in, shit dust out of the cow. Okay, they drink cow manure. It says, it's like a cow urine. It says, but they, it's like in verse 12, Exodus chapter 1, verse 12, but the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. So these same Egyptians, these Africans, okay, as they're called today, they made the Israelites to serve with rigor. And we'll grab the meaning for this word rigor in a blue letter. Pretty much means with, harsh, and, harsh slavery. This is the blue letter for rigor. It says, it says harshness, severity, cruelty. So they made us serve with harshness, severity, and cruelty, man. They made our captivity worse, okay? These Egyptians. It says, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage and mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. Mortar and brick. Let's grab that, because that's what we was doing over there, man. That's what we were doing over there. Okay, when we was in Egypt, when you was in Egypt, you was a fucking slave, man. Okay, niggas say, well, I was in Egypt. Well, yeah, we going back to Egypt, and they'll get a damn Egyptian, pharaoh tatted on them or something, But you don't even realize that that was when you were a slave. Okay, If you can go back into a time machine and go back to Egypt in that day, it wouldn't have been. It would not have been nice for you, man. Okay. So he said with mortar and brick. Let's go and let's grab what mortar is. Okay. It says mortar. It means
Strong's H 2563. Homer.
it means cement, mortar, clay. Okay, mire, heap, swilling, surging of water. Homer, a unit of dry measure. Okay, so pretty much like clay. Okay, so pretty much work. They had us working. All right, it says they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. So everything that they had them doing over there, you know, and this came down from the new king. Okay, this came down from the new king. And what did he say? He said, to you know, pretty much afflict them. Okay. This is Exodus chapter 5. Let's start at verse 1. It says, and afterward Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, thus saith Yahawah, power of Israel, the God of Israel, let my people go. So the God of Israel was talking to Pharaoh, a Hamite, proclaiming him to let my people go. Okay, our captivity was up and over for that land. It says, thus saith Yahawah, God of Israel, let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness. Okay, so showing you that we belong to YAHAWASHI. Okay, and the Hamites, they worshipped, you know, other stuff. It says, and Pharaoh said, who is Yahawah, that I should obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not Yahawah, neither will I let Israel go. And that was Pharaoh's response. Okay, that was Pharaoh's response. Okay, and it shows you our people don't know who they are. Okay, they don't know who their God is. And for the most part, Jake don't want to know. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3, the ox knoweth his owner. You saw they had those oxen over there. Okay, those bulls. It says, and as his master's crib, a donkey. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. Our people don't even consider. They don't know who their true God is, where their true home is, who they are. They don't know. They don't even consider. They don't even want to know. They'd rather just stay in ignorance and wickedness. Okay. You got Jake talking about they Kemetic, Pan-Africanists. You understand those Africans partake in disgusting, vile customs like what you just saw on the screen? Not to mention, you know, homosexuality and just things that are against our commandments as Israelites. The Lord commanded us to do the things that we cannot do. That's what they do. And in fact, let me grab this. You saw in that video how it showed them marking their faces, cutting their faces. Okay, that's why the Lord told us this. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 28. It says, ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahawah. And I remember in that movie, Black Panther, with Killmonger, he had all those marks on his body. He said it's for all the bodies that he killed. So that's what those Hamites do. They make markings and cuttings in their flesh. Okay, for the dead, just mutilate their bodies. They put plates in their lips and all types of crazy stuff. That's against our customs. We are not Hamites. We are not Africans. We are God's chosen people. Yasharallah, okay, a prince of the power. Okay, we are children of the true living God, man. Okay, and that's something to, you know, hey, be proud about, you know, and reverence and give honor about. In the name of YAHAWASHI, man. All right, so that's the point. I just want to touch on that real quick. I pray that was edifying to the full elect. Shalom, Kwame Sharala, Abad, Babal. Shalom.